national kind of recruiting go for y'all, and what does that process look like, and what does he kind of bring to the whole to the squad?
What he brings is 3-point shooting from the time he steps on the floor. Like, he can shoot it from half court. He's one of the best shooters in the world. And basically what's going on with the international game right now, with the way college basketball is, with the NIL opportunities, that a lot of these players who would have played professionally overseas are now coming across the pond. And we want the good ones who can make threes to come to Texas A&M. He's one of those guys.
What is the level of competition he's been facing in that top league over there compared to how kind of plug-and-play ready do you think he'll be from that competition?
Yeah, he's played against elite competition, professional basketball. So, he's seen it versus good players that have played at all levels, players that played in the NBA. So, he knows how to play. I think that's just as important as his skill set. When you get to this level, a lot of it is your mental ability to process things quickly. And if you play professionally, you're able to process faster. So that's what he brings. He'll probably have an adjustment to make with the physicality and the defense that is in the SEC, just how physical the game can be. But I like what he's about, and I like his skill set.
How'd you feel like the first week of y'all summer workouts went, and just what's kind of the emphasis from the get-go for you guys?
Well, we just want to get better. We don't have, we've got a lot of guys out. We got 3 that won't be here till later in the summer, so we don't have 10 yet. So we're not playing a lot of 5-on-5, but we're just trying to get the players acclimated to our pace of play, and then the skill set that it takes to play at that pace. And the volume of 3-point shooting is obviously something that we've been working on to make sure that our guys understand how we like to space the floor and the skill set necessary to be able to do that.
Who exactly are y'all waiting on to get here?
So you got Fetty, right? And he's should be here in mid-July. You got Ruben, and you got Agee, who are both not. Rashawn Agee's not here, so we're waiting on those. Fetty should be here, and Agee should be here at the end of this week. Rashawn Agee from USC, and then when's Ruben getting here? Next weekish. So waiting for all those guys to get here and get rolling. Then we got a couple of guys. Pop's still out hurt right now, and he'll get back, later in the summer. And Rylan Griffin's kind of getting back. He's had just some tendonitis here and there. Yeah.
Is there a certain number that you'd like to get to? Are you trying to get all the way up to the roster limit with other guys you can make pickup or walk-ons, or what's kind of the outlook on the number that you're looking at?
We probably would use one more scholarship if the piece came, if it made sense, right? You got to kind of look at this like a professional model, like what makes sense for salary cap, we can call it, right? And then seeing what makes sense to carry over, and does the piece fit what we're trying to do.
For the house settlement, just what percentage of the revenue are you guys getting, and do you feel like it's sufficient enough for you guys to do what y'all want to do?
Yeah, so the SEC, I don't think it's a secret that it's between 2.7 and 3 mil for men's basketball for the following season, right? That's coming up. Mm-hmm. This season was a different scenario. Across college basketball and football, this may be the highest group of athletes in terms of their financial compensation that will ever happen, because you had the house settlement hadn't come into place, you had NIL opportunities, collective opportunities, so I think things may come down to earth a little bit next year, but it'll be across the SEC the same number, that 2.7 to 3.
Yeah. And you like where you guys are at from that standpoint?
Well, it's competitive within our league,
yeah.
Right? And look, I'm no dummy. Like, it's what drives the bus, right? It's football, and I love football. I grew up in Alabama, so I know what time it is. But I do wish that the cap was the same throughout all leagues. I do wish that, because it will be other leagues, Big East. Some of those guys may not support football, mm-hmm. and they may have a higher number for basketball. I'm not saying we need to go up. I wish that there was a real standard across all leagues, that we're all on a competitive playing field.
Saw the conference opponents came out today. Any home road game in the conference that you're already eyeing and looking forward to?
Look forward to all of them. If someone asks me, what do you expect? Well, I've never gone to a game expecting to lose, so expect to win every game we play, home or away. Let's just win them all, right? Easy.
You mentioned that you didn't sleep the first couple weeks on the job. Just compared to that to now, just
mm-hmm.
how much more comfortable do you feel? How much more relaxing is it that you kind of have your roster intact?
It's just a lot more relaxing, because you get to actually work with players, and so the quote, you can't have confidence if you hadn't worked extremely hard. Like that's Michael Jordan. They asked him, "Why do you work so hard?" He said, "Overcome my fears." Well, I mean, if you can't work, it's hard to have confidence in the group yet. So now we're finally getting players there so we can work and build the confidence within the team we're going to need to have to play in the best college basketball league in the country.
It's your first stop in talking season. I know we still have it to go, but what do you make of this whole scene here and getting to be kind of a part of one of these A&M Club Coaches Nights?
That's great. You can feel the passion from all these fans, and it's great. The people here in College Station and now in Dallas and all across, all the Aggies, they just got such passion. And I was joking with someone earlier. I said, I've been a part of the SEC, and the fans are behind you, win or tie, right? We're undefeated right now. So this has been great to get out and get to see everybody. And so I'm looking forward to getting to meet and talk tonight.
Y'all had those walk-on tryouts last week. How many guys did y'all have out, and how many y'all are going to keep on?
So we had 25 to 30. When I was at Samford, before they kind of put these roster limits on there, we were able to keep like 10 walk-ons, be a part of our practices. We're still waiting on an interpretation to see exactly how many we can keep. But I tell you what, like those guys right there, if it was measuring heart and how much they care for A&M and how hard they play for this university, that was all that mattered. I don't know if we'd be national champions right now. Those guys are great. I mean, they dive all over the floor. They play hard. They're just great people. I mean, they really are. And that's one common thing I'd say about the people out here is that they're solid, genuine people, and they love Texas A&M. It's no different for those guys that came to our tryouts.
Last question.
So with is there a sense of kind of relief or what is the sense that now that the settlement has been approved and there is at least a little bit of guidance moving forward?
You just sit here and you don't know what's going to stick. Hopefully that we're sitting there, because it seems like there's been times in the past that there's been some guidance, but then you turn around a month later and we're flipped upside down. So we just hope we can get some continuity into what we're shooting for in terms of what the rules are going to be. And I like what they've come up with, that's for sure. We just hope that it can withstand the lawsuits that will inevitably come, because if we all know what we're shooting for and know what game we're playing, then it makes it easier, obviously, to compete on all fronts.